Good morning. We be up early. That's pop for grammar. We're up early because of Buffer Festival today, which was registration. What you had to do? I didn't know about. I had to go and get like a lanyard and sign in, I guess. I'm topless. I'm waiting for the shower. No point putting a shirt on. Nor in there, buddy. You're out of wet food, dude. You have to eat the dry. I know it's horrible. It's the worst thing that could possibly happen. Thank you. It's pretty tall. Yeah, I've seen it all on YouTube.
Welcome to the first annual Buffer Festival. Please do not turn off your cell phones. For the enjoyment of others, please set any electronics to mute.
Okay. What we're going to do now is I'm going to attempt to interview a man with a beard. Please welcome Wheezy Waiter.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm glad you chose me as your man with the beard.
You're very welcome. How did it feel watching your videos on the big screen like that?
It felt kind of awesome to actually see people laugh at the videos, because I don't ever get to see that. And also uncomfortable because I swore.
Yes.
In the video, but, yeah.
Is that like one of the first and like only times you've maybe sworn in one of your videos?
Actually, no. In those early days, I was swearing all the time.
One of the important questions I need to ask straight off, actually, is how do I know that you are you and not one of your clones?
Well, I will never tell you.
Okay. Well, hopefully, if you are a clone, you still know all of the answers to these questions.
Well, okay. If I were a clone, which I might be, I share the same mind with original Craig. So
okay.
memories.
So it will be okay. So you've always been a creative guy, then, even in your waitering job. How did you discover YouTube? Why, and what made you want to join the website?
Well, before YouTube, actually, I found Zay Frank, who was my biggest inspiration. I think I saw in the back of my head, I always sort of thought about, what if I made a video every day and just put it on the internet? I didn't know how to put it on the internet. There wasn't an easy way. There wasn't YouTube, and I just thought about doing that, but I never actually went through with it. But then I found Zay Frank, and I saw that he did it, and I saw how he did it, and I thought, that's amazing. This guy's a genius. I want to be as much of a genius as him.
Mm-hmm. So you had the idea to vlog before Zay Frank, you just didn't know how to do it?
Yes, right.
Okay, so we can call you the original vlogger.
Yeah, I'm the original.
That never was.
I thought of it first, but I just didn't do it.
How do you keep going, and what's your creative process?
Well, I still try to treat it like I think about my dad and him working in a factory for 30 years, and I think I feel like I'm spoiled. I get to do this for a living, so I try to treat it like I'm doing. Partly, I still love doing it, but I try to treat it like a job. Where if I'm going to get up, my job is to provide entertainment for thousands of people. So I'm going to do that, even if nothing readily comes to my mind when I first start to do it. I think I'm going to sit down and make a video. That said, Wheezy Waiter is a documentary, and everything I show is just life happening.
So basically what you're saying is you don't wait for inspiration to strike. You're not one of those people who sits around being like, oh, I hope I'll have an idea today. You're just like, I'm going to do the work.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, I am going to make a video.
Yeah, sometimes inspiration will strike, but sometimes, often it doesn't, so yeah.
That one.
It's weird to be on stage with a bigger celebrity, actually.
How do you do the talking back and forth with phones in a way that you don't have earbuds in, so you're not listening to previous audio, but how do you make sure you're not talking over?
I just realized I have a mic on here, and I'm using this mic.
It's important for you to be as loud as possible.
Well, like I said, I have a cloning machine. But if I didn't have one, I've never told anyone this before. Only Corey Vidal and you really know how I do it. But, or I would do it. It's basically just, it's a combination of improv and plannedness. So like a dialogue's written out, and then I'll try to remember every line for one half, record it all, and then play back that recording while the other half reacts to it. That's how I do it, or I would do it. Yeah. But I do definitely get inspired by videos that I've seen. I'm trying to think of a recent example. Actually, the clone, the Gary and Me clones, was kind of inspired. I don't know if anyone has seen the Fasting Twins on YouTube. I don't know if anyone, they get like 100,000 views, but they're these two twins that are really muscular, and they're hilarious, but they're talking about dieting. I don't know why I found them, but their dynamic together is just like really like just like Gary and Me kind of. I mean, that was inspired by that, and also by SourceFed, the way they have two people hosting that all the time. It's sort of where I got that inspiration.
Have you ever had any strange pet experiences?
Can you think of them? I mean, I've run into, there was, in our neighborhood, I've run into several people who recognized me, which always is a surprise to me. I was leaving the grocery store, and this kid with his dad was walking by, and he's like, "Hey, Wheezy Waiter." And then he just kept walking. And was waiting in line in Walgreens. And kind of creepy looking guy. I didn't know he was approaching me slowly, and I was getting nervous. And then he's like, I can't leave without anyone saying hi to Wheezy Waiter. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. I got it. Yeah. Usually when it's in the neighborhood, that's when it feels weird, I guess. But other than that, I can't think of anything super weird.
No, but there was the experience. It's not a weird experience because of the person that approached us, but it was just a weird experience for me because we were on our first date. Very first date ever. We were coming out of the restaurant, and he'd been trying to explain to me for like the last couple of days that, you know, it's not a big deal, YouTube thing, and he hardly ever gets recognized, and he doesn't go out to big fancy restaurants all the time. We go out to a big fancy restaurant, and then we're leaving, and a guy's like, "Oh, hey, you're Wheezy Waiter," and I'm like, "Okay, you're full of crap."
No, but what I've said is mostly true. Yeah.
So, you're on a tropical deserted island. You're bringing 2 people and 2 things. Go.
Tropical deserted island.
2 people cried.
Well, you've heard, obviously her.
2 people cried.
Yeah. Well, Charlie, I don't know you that well. I mean, you live in another country. It'd be you and Stephen Colbert. And 2 things, a guitar, acoustic guitar. Because we don't have power, so it has to be an acoustic guitar. And, what? Helicopter. Yeah.
Had your hand up for that whole thing.
Yay.
Assistance.
How's the whale doing? We haven't seen her for a while.
Yeah, he's in the back part. She, sorry.
She, it is a she. Okay.
Sorry, she. She's in the back. I mean, you know the whale tank's connected to the ocean.
Yeah.
So sometimes there's a male whale in there. Yeah. I didn't tell anyone that. But the whale tank's in the back of the apartment, and it's just so far back there.
Yeah.
I can't take the camera all the way back there all the time, you know. But she's doing fine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, you?
I'm good. Am I on video right now?
Yeah. Could you sign that, please, sir?
Sure.
And China, she wants to.
If you want me to.
You can sign it.
I only do what you want me to.
You can sign it. You're allowed.
I'll leave you some space. There you go. Oh, sign that too? Sure.
He's a fan.
Cool.
Sure.
I'm Craig.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Are you from Toronto?
Port Hope.
Where?
Port Hope.
An hour and a half east of here.
Had to get up early
To come here.
to meet you.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
This is the only show.
This is the only thing you're coming to?
Yep.
Cool. Well, I'm honored.
You're welcome.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
I do.
What is it?
Dylan's Vlogs. And I have another one.
Dylan's Vlogs.
It's a pretty simple title.
How often do you upload?
Daily.
Oh, it's a daily vlog.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And I haven't missed a day.
For how long?
It's 208.
No, I've done a year.
Yeah, no, I watched that.
Better keep going.
That's what he's going for.
I'm going for a year too.
Yeah.
But I might have to beat your score, so one day.
Oh, you're gonna go
Plus
one day more?
Yeah, just to beat you and rub it in your face.
Wow. Good. Please do.
Oh my lord, what a day. I can't wait to go back next year if there's going to be a second one. Hopefully there will be a second one. I took a lot of planning for this one. I'm going to tell you all the people I've met. Obviously I met Wheezy in China, and I saw Charlie. I don't really meet a lot of people. I just saw them walking around, and it's just so weird. So I saw Corrado. I actually said hi to Corrado, and he said hi back, and he was trying to get in a door, but he couldn't get in. There was a secret knock to get in because it was like private secret stuff. I saw pretty much every part of Apprentice A except for Corey. I saw Samantha, I saw Saskia, I saw Tim Dean, I saw the Sullivan Brothers, I saw Jax from Jacksonville, I saw Benny Fine from the Fine Bros. One of the Gregory brothers was in the theater with us when we saw the Wheezy Waiter thing. Michael Buckley, Shannon, who used to be part of Apprentice A. There's a lot of people just like walking around. It's really cool. Now Mallory, I didn't go see Prank vs. Prank. I didn't see them at all because A, when we left the theater, Prank vs. Prank show was right after Wheezy Waiter, and the lineup was like almost downstairs. It was ridiculously long. So I was afraid to see what the meetup for that would be like, because you have to have the ticket to get priority to get in a line to see them first. So I would have had to wait forever. Sorry. Oh, it was so cool. And like, Michael Buckley looks really weird without his hair up and a suit on. I didn't recognize him. I don't watch him, but, you know, and he was really friendly. And I didn't meet him, though, but I saw him meet other people. Wheezy was cool, and, oh, yeah, it was just awesome. So, my story with Corrado was I had to go to the bathroom in the convention center, and it was, like, far away from the door. So I had to go, like, down this hallway, and as I was going, I go in stalls, I don't use the urinals because I can't pee next to somebody. So, the stall next to me, someone enters it, right? And I'm done, I wash my hands, I walk out, and I see this guy. And a couple weeks ago, I was at Chapters with my sister, and I saw this book that said Sal J Vlogs, and like, and it was like in 3 of them. And I looked them up on YouTube and saw that I saw them before in Apprentice A vlog. And I saw him in the hallway, so I'm like, oh hey man, I saw your thing, and Chapter's like, oh yeah, that was, whoever put that in there, I didn't know you'd be here. And then Corrado walks out of the bathroom, which means he was in the stall next to me. Oh lord. Anyways, my autograph from Wheezy. It says Craig Benzine, right? And then got China to sign it, and she put hearts China growth. Get it? Because it's his girlfriend. Aww. I'm pretty sure it was yesterday's opening photos was just like wet glue on paper, and today it looks so cool. I'm gonna peel it off. I'm really tired, guys, but before I go to bed, remember the thing I painted, I glued paint to it, if that makes sense to you? It's like dried glue pieces, paint pieces, glue. I'm too tired for this, and glued onto a canvas. And then I splashed it with fake blood for fun. Well, the fake blood was running out, so I like watered it down and like squirted it so it all dripped, like it got wet, right? Like really wet, and it all dripped down. Because this stuff doesn't really dry fast. So it all dripped down, and there was a giant puddle on my floor, and I had to clean it up. And then I put fresh water in it, and put in some blue paint. And oh lord, it is looking fantastic. I might put yellow in it. Yeah, I also put the fake blood on my hand and rubbed it together to make handprints, but it didn't really work, and all it ended up doing was staining my hands red. Like, you can see it some places, like right there and there. Other than that, it was a waste of time. I'm gonna go to bed, and Wheezy Waiter has something to say to you guys.
Good night. Good night.